Alright, guys, so today we're going to be talking about a story that's picking up steam in the media, especially due to its kind of sensitive nature. And it's about the new Transformers series, Earth Spark, which introduces its first non binary robot. Now, this article is 6 months old. However, there is an update, which is why this has now got reignited into the media. Um, you know, the Transformers franchise is something I grew up on. I watched the very original in the 80s, into the 90s. The 90s was a big one. I watched Transformers Beast Wars. That was fantastic. But, this new show, which is targeted towards kids, is kind of getting a little out of hand, in my opinion. Um, so as you can see here, this is a clip from a scene. It said Nightshade's pronouns are they, them. Now, this isn't the first time Transformers has done this. I believe they've already introduced like maybe three transgender robots. I don't know how the heck that's possible, but um the issue is with this character now, Nightshade, as there's been a new clip from this show that's come out. Now, this is the original clip that you're seeing this from, so I'm just gonna play this.
Of course. Morgan, can you switch,
Nightshade's pronouns are they, them.
He or she just doesn't fit who I am.
My apologies. Please switch their piece.
Why they couldn't just say, "Can you switch Nightshade's piece?" doesn't make sense to me. They made a real emphasis on talking about, their or they them's pronouns. But as I mentioned, the newest update is this video, which I'm about to play here. So again, this is Nightshade, and again, right off the bat, these are his pronouns.
My pronouns are they, them.
And look at this girl right here. Has a she, they pin, rainbow purse, blue hair. I don't know, but let's just watch it.
Thanks. I'm Sam. I'm she, they, but you already know that.
Everybody did by your pin.
Wow. What an amazing city.
It's hard to know who's dangerous or not.
That's true, though disappointing.
Hey, it's okay. I know I'm safe when I'm with my friends or other non-binary people.
Because I guess automatically non-binary people mean that you don't have to worry about them. Again, I'm not saying that you do, but to put out this emphasis that, oh, don't worry, they're non-binary, you'll be safe, that's kind of ludicrous to me as well.
Non-binary?
People who aren't female or male. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have assumed.
I always knew my pronouns felt right, but what a wonderful word for a wonderful experience.
Like, this is a robot. Why are we so focused on this stuff? And again, this is a kid's show. I don't understand why we need to be forcing all of this sexuality and sexual stuff into these shows. It's a show about robots. They go about, they fight crime, they fight the Decepticons, the bad guys, they're the good guys, yada yada yada. They can transform into cars or planes or animals, or like, why the emphasis on a robot's sexuality? If you can even have a sexuality as a robot. Like, this is what I'm saying. I don't understand it. But the sad part is not only Paramount Plus is doing this. Just a while ago, we had Netflix doing it with this non-binary bison. Now, this show, I believe, has been canceled since then, but just listen to this.
Fred. That's because I'm non-binary, and Fred is the name that fits me best. And I also use they and them because calling me a she or a he doesn't feel right to me.
I'm sorry I used the wrong name and pronouns.
Like, again, this is a show targeted towards kids. Who cares about Fred and his non-binary? Like, why is there a non-binary bison to begin with? What does this do for the kids? And if Paramount Plus and Netflix wasn't enough, we also have Disney. And this is the new one from Disney.
The T-Rexes have a nest too. But those aren't eggs. They're rocks. So that's why they want to be around other dinosaur nests. These dino daddies want eggs of their own. They want a family. Aw, they'd be great dads. There must be something we can do to help them.
And this whole show is a show that's targeted for ages 2 to 5. Like, I don't understand why we need to be implementing gay dinosaur dads into a kids show when kids have no concept of what's gay, what's straight, what's, this or that. But again, even this, like, it was a small little clip. Whereas if we go back to Netflix, we have this new show that's called Dead End Paranormal. And this is the main character of the show. And again, this is a kids show on Netflix. And it says the de facto protagonist of the series, Barney, is a Jewish trans boy who ran away from home to live in Phoenix Park. Barney's gender could have been cisgender male in the original short, but he's confirmed to be a transgender male in the comics and the cartoon series. Now, the next character, who's also a main character, an autistic Pakistani American girl who works with Barney at the Phoenix Park. Like, it just seems like they're just purposely trying to hit every single diversity, minority, marginalized marker. And it's like, I don't know. I believe I read that this was on season 2. And the guy who made it announced that season 3 was maybe, I think, the end, or he wasn't going to be able to put out season 3. But then you also have this character, who's one of the main characters, I believe, too, is a non-binary and uses they, them, but also uses all pronouns. Again, why does this need to be the focus? This guy, Logan Logs, in episode, he's Barney's love interest. So this is a gay man who's interested in a trans man. Who's like, again, I just don't get it. Why such emphasis? And especially on children's shows. Like, they talk about there's no grooming, there's no indoctrination, there's no, none of this kind of stuff. But then all you see is, like, it's just thrown down your throat. Just, here's more, here's more, here's more. Now we have the drag queen stuff. Now we have drag queen hour. Now they're getting all these rights where you can't even protest, and especially in Canada, they're trying to pass a bill where you can't even protest outside of a drag queen event. Like, I worry so much about my daughter and now my son growing up in a world where I have to now police literally everything, because cartoons are supposed to be like a safe space for kids. Yeah, there was some effed up stuff when I was growing up in some of the cartoons that I watched, but not to the degree where this is just getting rammed down your throat. But, as always, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And, sad time that this is what I have to report on, but I will catch you guys on the next one.